Say hi to my best friend, guys.
That's embarrassing. Struggle a little bit. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna talk now. Okay.
Okay, I'm muting now.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you again for joining. My name is Sheena, if you guys don't already know that. And today we're going to be talking about my favorite high-end products of 2016. 2016 year, like, it was killer with makeup, and I'm excited to show you guys my favorite products. So just stay tuned and we'll keep going. One of my favorite primers this year was for sure the Too Faced Hangover RX. I totally got addicted to this one. It's made with coconut water, so it smells unreal. When I moved down to Calgary, it's a super dry city, so my skin went from really oily to dry, and someone recommended me this, and I haven't turned back since. I absolutely fell in love with this one. Another one of my favorite primers is MAC's Strobe Cream in Goldlite. It gives you like the perfect dewy finish with a goldy sheen. I absolutely love it. It makes my skin not look super matte and not too dry, which is exactly what I need. I absolutely adore this cream, and I will continue to use this. My favorite foundation was for sure the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Ivory. This foundation is unbelievable if you have dry skin and you're looking for coverage. This stuff is just super moisturizing, which is really weird for me to find in a foundation. I don't know. I've never really had like a moisturizing foundation besides a BB cream. But this is super full coverage. Like if I'm going out or doing a project in school or something like that, this is the foundation I go to. I absolutely adore this stuff. I have a lot of favorite powders. So loose powder, my favorite loose powder would be the Mercier in Translucent. This stuff is unreal if you have dry under eyes. Like me, if I bake with some powders, it just looks crusty and it clings into my dry patches under my eyes. This stuff doesn't. I absolutely love this stuff. You do have to make sure to moisturize your eyes, or else, you know, any powder can look cakey, but this stuff I found that it just, even if I barely put any moisturizer under there, it doesn't really cake up. I absolutely love this and would recommend it. One of my favorite pressed powders would be the MAC Mineralized Skin Finished in Light. This stuff I've been using for a couple of years now. I kind of rediscovered it this year, which is why it's in my favorites. I put it down for a while and I was using a different one, and then I came back to this one. I remembered, oh, this is so good, and I fell in love with it again. I will definitely continue to keep using this one. A perfect highlight, it's not a highlight, but it's also a powder to make you look super healthy and glowy. It would be the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. This powder is unreal. I use it to kick off bake or to just put a layer over my face as a powder, and it gives the perfect sheen. I absolutely love this stuff. It's expensive, but it's well worth the money. My favorite contour powder of this year is definitely really expensive, but it is the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in Medium. This stuff is super pricey, but it is so good. I've been using this for about 3 months now, and I've barely made a dent in it, and it is so good. It is just the perfect shade for my skin tone. I haven't found a contour powder this good in a really long time. The Too Faced Cocoa contour palette, that one's really good, but when I tried this one, it knocked that one away. This is just the perfect shade for a yellow based skin tone. It is so good. One of my favorite bronzers of this year was definitely the Hoola Benefit Hoola bronzer. I don't have the single, I have it in this palette. Someone gave me this as a gift, but the Hoola powder totally stood out to me. It is the perfect shade. I don't feel like any skin tone could totally rock it. It is just so good, and I would recommend it to anybody that was looking for a bronzer to start off with. Another bronzer that I really fell in love with this year, this one launched in the spring, I want to say. It's the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer in Bronze. This powder is unreal. This is kind of the summer powder I go to. It is so good. I put this down for a while, and then somebody, one of my favorite YouTubers actually recommended it, so I turned back to it, and I haven't been able to put it down since, between this and the Hoola bronzer. One other of my favorite bronzer is the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in Sunkissed. It was actually Kathleen Lights that got me hooked on this, so thank you, Kathleen. She recommended this. She tried it out, and she used it with a beauty blender, and it just made her skin look so gorgeous. So of course I ran out and got it, and I did the exact same thing, and I actually really love this. I will sometimes do this, and I'll even go on top of the powder again just to kind of set it. But yeah, this stuff is unreal. If you can get your hands on this, guys, I know it's been sold out quite a few places, but if you can get your hands on this, I would totally recommend to pick this up. My favorite blush of 2016 was the MAC Sheer Tone Blush in Gingerly. This stuff is a peachy, nudie goddess's dream. This is the perfect everyday blush. This is my second one of this one. I love it. It is so good, and it's perfect for an everyday. My favorite highlighters 2016 was the year for highlighters, and it did unreal with highlights. But one of my favorites would definitely be the MaryLouManizer highlight by the Balm. It is a champagne goodness goldess. I love this so much. It's super creamy and it's super pigmented, which is exactly kind of what you want with a highlighter. It gives the perfect golden gleam to your skin. I'm actually wearing this on my cheeks today. It is definitely a get, like, if you can find it, totally get your hands on it. Another product that really stood out with me with this year was the Annastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit in Sundipped. This palette is so good. I always use the color Summer and Moonstone. I kind of mix those two together, and I also use the shade Bronzed a lot on my eyes. It's just the perfect bronzy tone. This palette is unreal. I would definitely suggest to pick this up before she kind of takes this one out of Sephora. I know the Gleam and I can't remember the other name of the other one. They're no longer sold in the Sephora in Canada, at least. But this one still is, so if you can get your hands on it, totally do that. I do want to get the rest of her glow kits because this one just made me fall in love with her highlighters. My favorite brow products this year was definitely the Annastasia Brow Powder Duo in Soft Brown. This is my second one. I've used this for a couple years now. A little goes a long way with this powder. If I'm doing something like super easy or an everyday kind of look, this is what I go for. It's just super soft and not too harsh. One of my favorite pomades is the Kabrow. Benefit totally killed it with brow products this year. I use the shade number 4. This is what I'm wearing on my eyebrows today, so if I'm going out or doing like a project or something like that, I will definitely put this on. This stuff holds all night. I never have to worry about it smutting off my face. This stuff is so good. So if you're looking to try some of Benefit's products, I would definitely suggest this or the Precisely My Brow. That one's really good too. I did try that one earlier this year. It's really good. And one thing to really lock in your brows that I fell in love with was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I have tried the brown or the brunette brow gel, but the clear just locks your hair in so much better. I have really bushy brows, so this stuff I find that helps it really well. I absolutely adore this stuff and would totally recommend. So a couple of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I'm sure a lot of YouTubers have talked about this one, but it's definitely the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is unreal. I will continue to love this palette for the rest of my life. I hope she never discontinues this palette. Once I hit pan, I swear I'm going to go buy another one because I love this palette. It has gotten much love. If you can get your hands on this, this is like the perfect palette to do any type of look. I usually don't like a palette without a black shadow, but this Cypress Umber is so dark that it does the perfect job for it. So this palette I travel a lot with, and I always take it with my parents and stuff to my parents' place when I go visit them. I absolutely love this palette, and I would totally recommend anybody to get their hands on this if you can totally get it. I know it's sold out in a lot of places right now. I seen it for yesterday actually. So if you can get it, I would recommend that. Another palette that really stood out to me was the Nubian by Juvias Place. It was Nikki Tutorials that really got these palettes famous. Once I watched her video, I went and purchased it right away. And then I also ended up purchasing the rest of their palettes because I fell in love with it so much. And I hope they continue to keep making more palettes because they're just so good. This is the perfect neutral, warm tone shadow. You can do any eye look with this almost. It is awesome. Like, you can go and travel with this and you'll be perfectly fine. You don't really need any other shadows but these. They're so good and super pigmented and creamy. My favorite setting spray of 2016 was for sure the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray. This stuff I've gone through like 4 bottles of, I want to say, and I already have a spare waiting there. This one's almost empty too and broken, but I'm making sure I use it because I love it so much. If you're looking for a setting spray, this one's actually like not that bad of a price either. I would totally give this one a try because this is one of the best ones I've ever tried. For lips, by far my favorite lip liners are the MAC lip pencils. These are so good. I also love the Pro Longwear ones as well. Those are even better than these, but I don't have any of those on me right now. In the shades of these, I have Ruby Woo, Spice, Whirl, and Strip Down. Strip Down, this is my second one, I want to say. This is by far like my ride or die lip pencil. I absolutely love this shade. It's perfect for me. If you can get your hands on these, again, I would totally recommend that. So 2016 was definitely the year for liquid lipsticks. So many brands came out with their own lipsticks, and brands kept improving their formulas, which was awesome. One of my favorite shades was for sure Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow Everlasting Lipstick in Bow and Arrow. This is probably one of my ride or dies. This is my second tube. I absolutely love this lipstick. I wear it all the time when I go out, even and as an everyday. I absolutely love this nude. It's perfect tone for me. Definitely get this one if you're looking for a good nude. Another really good one that came out recently actually is the Ashton Liquid Lipstick by Annastasia Beverly Hills. I love this shade. This is my absolute favorite shade by her. I do like Strip too, but this one is just the perfect red toned warm shade. I love it. If you can find this one in stores, I know it's sold out again in a lot of places, but if you can find this one, totally pick this up. It's more of a warmer tone. It's more of an orangey brown tone. But this one is Ginger by Kylie Cosmetics. This one is so good. I absolutely love it. I just recently ordered this one about 2 months ago, I want to say, and I haven't been able to put it down. It is so nice. I use this one usually for when I'm going out. This is the color I would wear. By far, my favorite lipstick formula is the Smashbox Always On lipstick. I have the shade Stepping Out. This is an unreal liquid lipstick formula. It doesn't dry out my lips. My lips don't feel cracked. They don't feel like they don't start crumbling or anything. This is just perfect. And I love the applicator on these. The applicator is so good. It's kind of a little rounded dome foot, but the point on it just helps you line your lips so perfectly. I absolutely love red lipstick. Red lipstick is one of my favorite things, but I haven't been able to find a good liquid lipstick formula for it. So I found the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in Red Rum. This is just the perfect pinup red, which is exactly what I wanted. And I never really tried Jeffree Star till a few months ago. And this was actually the one that made me fall in love with his lipsticks. I have ordered a couple more, but nothing comes close to Red Rum. I just love this shade so much. Two other lip products that are lipsticks is the NARS Velvet Lip Glide in Stripped. This is a perfect everyday lip. It's glossy and it's beautiful, and I sometimes wear this over top some of my liquid lipsticks and just to give it a little gloss. People say it's a liquid lipstick, but I find that it's more of like a gloss, I would say. It doesn't last as long as a liquid lipstick, that's for sure. It does last longer than most glosses. But this is a perfect everyday lip. One of my all-time favorite MAC lipsticks, it would be Whirl. This color I was introduced to by Kylie Jenner. She was the one that got this lipstick famous, I feel like. But this color is just the perfect dark shade, dark nude. I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with nudes, as you can probably tell. Another favorite of this year isn't makeup related, but it is a perfume. This is the Stella McCartney Pop perfume. I absolutely love this perfume. I had a rollerball and a mini of it, and I got addicted to it and I love it. And my boyfriend actually went and bought me this big bottle of it, and I fell in love with it, and every time I kind of smell it, it reminds me of him because he loves it so much. So this one's actually very special to me, and I will continue to keep wearing this one. This is one of my favorites. So thank you guys for joining me today and watching my video. I'm glad to share all my favorite high-end products of 2016 with you. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe, and just make sure you keep watching my videos. Thanks guys!